The S&P 500 daily cloud chart. First, price in the aftermarket hours for the S&P 500 at 5:44 p.m. Central Time on the 25th is 41.74. And the zigzag keeps battling against the odds, still has the slightest of upwards trajectory. So even though the average true range for 4 bars is lower than the true range of the current bar, we have to look back 4 bars. So there was a break in the ATR4 being under a couple of times. Here's one here, and on the start of the sequence. So let's see what happens tomorrow. And it could be by the time we get the swing point anchored here at the D wave down wave 4 and pointed down, so the swing point down, it will probably be time for the swing point to go up. So it's interesting to watch. We'll keep a watch on that. And price fell below the last redoubt here for moving averages. The 325 EMA for the daily chart equates to the 65-week EMA. And the simple 200 moving average is above that, so price is well below 2. I guess it's time to look at the monthly charts. And price closed below the 12-month simple moving average, the 12-month EMA, the 24-month simple moving average, and has yet to hit the 24-month EMA in purple. Let's zoom in over here. And there's a better look at the moving average prices. I'll scroll over to see that here's the 24-month EMA in pink here, and then there's a major uptrend line, and that goes back to 2008, and that's around the 3,800 area. More concerning is the monthly AD line, which is now in a broadening top pattern, and it has fallen below its 10 EMA in blue and below this original horizontal line, and is headed for this blue horizontal line that signifies some support and resistance areas, with one major whipsaw here and a little one here. So we have to keep an eye on that. If it breaks down below that, it's definitely going to hit the bottom of the broadening top pattern in dashed brown here. It's what it looked like before, back in the 15 to 16 era, but this is going on way longer than that. And the monthly Kapok curve is starting to roll over a little bit, so it still has an upwards trajectory. There's still a chance to stop from totally curling around, so let's keep an eye on that. It's a little early. It's not the end of the month, but this is getting kind of critical. And the D wave up wave 4, D wave down wave 5 shifted over again, and the ongoing demand line for the 26th will be at 4158.13. That reading that you see there is erroneous. 4158.13, so it would have to gap down lower than this low and then move down below the ongoing demand line again, 4158.13, close below it, that's qualified, get an open below it and close below it, and that's qualified too. And unrealistically, if price can turn around and tick higher than 4293.33, And again, that's above the conversion line, 4287.50, and then turn around and close below the ongoing demand line. That will become qualified that way too. A little bit unrealistic these days. And I'm sure the Mark team will fix the ongoing demand lines erroneous readings before it gets down here. So I have lost track of these. I would have to do some pretty serious calculations from the past to get up to date on that, but you can see it's around 4,000 on that top one, a little under on the bottom one. And there is another errant combo buy countdown from back here somewhere. I would have to really look at it to see where it originated, but it's on a buy countdown 10, and we just printed the buy countdown 13 here, so we got another one going on here too. And the TDST line is right around that area where that demand line is up here. TDST at 4151.58. Again, the ongoing demand line to start the day, 4158.13. And price action is pushing the envelope down, meaning, yeah, it's staying above the low channel 3 here, and the lower Stark band and the lower Bollinger band, but they're all getting pushed down as price keeps approaching it. And it looks like they'll be gathering around that major support at the sell TDST. So right now the Bollinger band is at that level. You can see the lower Stark band there too, right underneath it, and the channel 3 low above those two. And nestled in there is the disqualified buy risk from this combo 13 here. So 4144.51 right underneath the sell TDST, so pretty good support, you would think. It breaks all this and goes down, then it's really a blowout on all four tires. And here's the S&P 500 daily chart with all the horizontal levels and regions. The upper region in light blue here, lower region in light blue down here. And here's the bottom range here at 4163. And you can see that even during the 2022 high volatility era, that it was really the only good horizontal line. Pretty good support there. It tried a few times here, but it was just short-circuited too heavy here. Pretty good resistance there, and then gapped up above it here and went on a tear and promptly turned around and came back down. So an important area there. Here's another one. It tried again and went right back under, and it consolidated here and then blasted off to the upside. 4163.72 kind of coincides with the disqualified sell TDST, 4151.28, and the ongoing demand line, 4158.13. So now this is a good buying area here once it starts approaching the 4151.28 area. If it can make it below the bottom of that range we just looked at, 4163.72, anywhere in that area, start buying and buy big. Why not? If it goes underneath this sell TDST, just let it go. I certainly am not going to wait around to see if it can get qualified and confirmed from the downside. That would be even uglier than what we've been going through. And here's another S&P 500 daily chart with the trend factors that have somehow remained valid. So this is about to get qualified and confirmed, this down 3 level here and this down 2 level. The down 1 is already qualified and confirmed. So there was a down close followed by an up close followed by a down close below the levels in question. Now all it has to do is open lower than this close, tick lower than this low from this bar on the 25th, and then close lower than this close on the bar on the 25th here, all on the 26th bar. So that's another pretty critical area here. If these become qualified and confirmed, I will sure be looking for the 4109.08 and 3993.22, right around 4,000 there on trend factor down 5. And the arc magnet level could meet it up there. So right now the arc down magnet is at 3948.09 and climbing like about 8 points a day. But you can see that as time goes by, it climbs more each day than it did the previous day. So it could meet price down by that trend factor down 5 around 4,000, and the D wave down wave projection for this D wave down wave 5 is right there too, around 4,040, 15.99. It usually never makes it down that far to actually nail it, but it's an area of interest, a little bit above 4,000.